All right, guys. Tonight we have a co-host. Well, I don't even know how to say your last. How do you say your last name?
Nazarkevich.
Yeah. See. Okay. Now,
That's
so now you
difficult.
know. Now you know why I have no idea how to say that,
Is that
guys.
Chinese or something? Or
Ukrainian, actually.
Well, but you speak Polish too, right? Is Polish what you speak?
German. So my
German.
my mom's from Germany, but my dad's side, like distantly, is Ukrainian. I think that's where the last name comes from.
Oh, all right.
so real quick though, I mean, does he have any family or do you have any family that's in Ukraine right now that's going through what's going on or
Yeah, we have a couple cousins, but they're like are all the way on like I think the west side. So like where they live is actually the best part to be. So for now, they're actually staying in the Ukraine. We'll see. We'll see where it goes. Hopefully, they're good.
No politics,
Yeah.
guys. We've known Will. Oh shit. It sounds cliche, and I'm not clowning on you, but I feel like I've seen you like grow up.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we've known each other now since probably 2017, 2018 through this internet web.
Mhm.
You were a member of the first mastermind group that, JJ and we all got familiar with each other. And I just remember, I'm going to say this right off the bat. Like, I remember just being like, oh, Will, oh God, what's this?
Yeah,
what's
I
he
was like,
doing?
that was interesting.
But now I really find myself being like, fucking Will. All right, bud. So there's a whole bunch of things that I want to talk about tonight, and because we haven't had like a conversation probably since Austin 2 years ago, but we were both sipping some sauce back then. What do you got, JJ?
yeah, I want to say Will was actually one of my first like YouTube subscribers.
I know.
He commented on one of my videos back. This was like what? I mean, 100 subscribers or something like that.
Way in the beginning, you commented on a financial education video, like one of those things where you like showed some support, and then you're like, "Oh, I got a channel," and I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, let me click and watch." And then I watched a couple of videos. I was like, "This guy seems chill," and then I just like left like a little nice comment, and then we you were still really small back then, so we just like started talking, I think.
Yeah,
And
that was whenever you were doing the cartoon videos.
Oh,
We'll
God.
get there. We'll get there. We'll get there.
We're still up.
Well, how old were you when you made your first YouTube video?
I was like 15, but I sounded like I was like 12.
You are a lot like me, where
Yeah.
what are we called? Late bloomers, if you will.
Yeah.
No, yeah, like I was the exact same way. Senior in high school, 145 pounds, still checking the mirror every day to see if there was some armpit hair in there. And, but, but look at the bright side. I'm 40 and I don't look 40. So when you're
Yeah.
40, you're still going to be, kicking
And
it.
I'm 30 and look 40.
What made you go with the Financial Wolf?
So I think I got the name from the movie The Wolf of Wall Street. I thought it was funny. And then I was just like, I don't want to use my real name for my videos because I'm like, I don't really want like my friends to find it or like honestly, even my parents to see it. So I was like, let me go under like some random name. So I just like based it off of The Wolf of Wall Street.
I say this to JJ all the time. He's one of the few people I know that haven't changed his YouTube handle.
Yeah.
I've changed mine like 4 times. Have you ever thought about changing it? Like, did it ever get where like you thought, I'm not saying me, but like, did you ever, or people ever comment like that name's cheesy or anything like that? Have you ever thought of changing it?
I will
can
say
now,
when I
bro.
tell people the name of it, I feel awkward. I always have to say like I made the name when I was 15, like don't judge it type thing. Like I'm not like super proud of the name, to be honest.
That's how I felt about Baby Steps Brad.
Oh, dude, I was trying to think of what the name was. I could only think of the Finn Mindset because it also changed.
Oh
to that.
yeah.
Yep.
Baby Steps Brad. Oh my gosh,
That's
sounds-
that's still his name in my phone. Every time he calls or texts me, it says Baby Steps Brad.
I'll say in our mastermind, you were pretty much one of the last ones. Maybe John Scholler was a little slower than you, but you were one of the last ones to really like take off.
Yeah.
And I will say this, like as somebody that was like a freshman in high school or whatever, you were asking like high level, like business growth type questions. Like, cause everybody was in this mastermind. Some people wanted to quit their jobs, people like me doing it as a hobby, but like you were so like hella focused on growing, but you seem to be and this conversation, you seem to be the one that was working the hardest to grow, but in the beginning, you couldn't find an angle.
Yeah, it definitely took a while, but I mean, I really like honestly, I think back to that time and I'm like, I don't in some ways I'm kind of surprised I kept going that long, because like I would have people just like talk crap on my videos, like a bunch of like embarrassing stuff, and I just like didn't care. I was just like, screw it. I like making videos. I was just like improving slowly. And like, I think it took like a year and a half to make my first dollar off YouTube. And it wasn't until like 2 years in where I made like a full-time income from it. So once I started making money, it picked up a lot. It just took a long time to even get started.
And was that the way to like shut people up? Like, cause I mean, I teach high schoolers, you know this.
Yeah.
I think I took your physics final for you, but
yeah, I appreciate you, bro.
But like, yeah, how did you handle that heat? Because this is going to be a reoccurring theme that I'm going to bring up. You, although maybe still look like you're 12, your maturity is up there. And like the way you handle awkward situations is good. How did you handle that heat? Were you just like, F you, like you'll see? Or were there secret nights where like you went home and you're like, I'm such a loser?
Not really. I think at first people kind of talk crap, but then when they realize you don't really care, they kind of think it's funny. Like they also like people kind of made fun of it in a funny way. Like it wasn't like, oh, look at you making videos, like that's so dumb. But they would like make references to it. The only thing I did not like is when like sometimes the students would like blast my videos in class, or they would get the teacher to play it on the projector, and I'm just like,
oh,
that's rough.
So you were mostly selling stuff in high school.
Yes.
We would talk about the video that finally like jumped when you went for it, and we were like, oh, there goes Will. I'll never talk to him ever again. But list some of the things that you sold in high school. And for anybody listening, you're 21 now, 20?
I'm 20. I just turned 20.
All right. So this was not that long ago. This was like 3 years ago. What have you sold inside schools?
So my freshman year of high school, I was selling candy, and on the low, this was back when like Jewel Pods was a thing. I had my brother who was over 21 buy them, and that was like a little trap side hustle. So those two were big, but the only thing
guys, hold on, I gotta put a disclaimer. Anything that Will says tonight is not the beliefs of the Average Money Podcast, Average Money Podcast Inc., LLC. The thoughts and descriptions of this podcast are strictly Will's and Will's alone. Okay, Will, go ahead.
So hey, if you can make $1, dude, I mean, let's go.
Yeah. So I had some ways of getting that stuff, and that was a good side hustle. I also had a friend who was over 18, and it was a good side hustle freshman year. And then I also started flipping phones and selling candy. So those were the two big things.
Didn't you get robbed or something before too?
That was recently, actually.
Okay.
So that's where you buy and sell phones. You buy them from Craigslist, and then you flip them on like Facebook Marketplace again, or on eBay for a profit. And one time I was meeting someone at a gas station. I was going to buy I was going to sell a phone for $300. And this kid was acting kind of sketchy, but I didn't think anything of it. I meet him in front of a gas station, and he's like looking at the phone, just like making sure it's good. And he's like, oh, do you have like an internet connection? I was like, oh, I can grab my phone from my car because I can give you a hotspot. And when I like open my car door, dude just takes off.
Damn.
It's the fastest I've ever seen someone run. It was crazy.
That was recent?
This was like 3 or 4 months ago. If that happened to me like a few years back, I probably would have chased him. But like nowadays, I'm just like, oh,
yeah.
Dude.
You're like, thanks for the content. Did you get it on video at least? Dude, you record everything.
I always record. This was the one time I just like didn't record. And the worst part about it is I told the guy inside the gas station about it, and he's like, the kid did the same thing to like someone else the previous day.
Damn.
So he's like been doing that as his little side hustle.
He'll get his. How did you know how to flip phone? Did you find that on YouTube? How the hell did you know how to do that?
Yeah. So I was looking at ways to make money because I was like not really wanting to go to college, or I kind of wanted to like come out of high school already like making enough money to like do my own thing. So I was just like researching different businesses, and like one thing that popped up is I think a Gary Vee video of just like, you buy stuff and you flip it. And I just started like looking up videos about it, and I found this guy who was like reselling phones, and I just followed his tutorial. I failed the first few times I tried to flip a phone. Like I think I bought a phone that was like iCloud locked once, where like you can't remove the password. And I basically lost like the $150. But then the next time I bought a phone, and I think I flipped it for like $50 or $100 profit. And then I just realized like if I can do a couple of these a week, that's pretty solid.
So what makes a 15, 16-year-old kid even think about like, hey, I don't think I want to go to college. I think I want to do something different. Like, dude, when I was 15, 16, I was trying to figure out who's going to buy me beer for the weekend, but like, seriously though, dude, because I mean, I have my thoughts on what made you kind of had those thoughts was it you watching YouTube and being a consumer of content and having the access to this knowledge like you do today. Cause I mean, especially with Brad, there didn't even have the internet back then. I don't think when he was 15, 16, but
That's true. They did not. That's a fact. You're not even trolling me. That's a fact.
when I was 15, 16, I mean, YouTube was like really just starting to come out. I mean, I graduated 2009. And I think the first iPhone came out on my senior year or something like that. Anyways, what made you even start thinking that far ahead at such a young age?
I kind of have to give some credit to my dad because I think he would always talk about money around me, and I always thought that interesting. Like it was kind of a goal of mine to like be rich. So I was obviously watching a lot of YouTube, and I would talk to him about like, you know, he didn't do like anything crazy. He just like invested in a 401k, and I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. And he's like, well, we could open like a custodial account for you where you like put a few $100 in it, and it could grow to something. And then I was trying to make money because I realized like the $100 when I'm 15 is going to be worth like 10K when I'm 60. So I'm like, the value of money now is really important. So I was looking at different ways of making money, and I just watched a bunch of YouTube videos. Like I think I was watching like Graham Stephan back then. Financial education was a big one. And I would always watch the videos like 3 stocks I'm buying, and I would just copy all their trades, and I'd put like my $300 into their stocks that they say to buy.
Don't listen to YouTubers.
I know, but this was way back in the day.
So how often, because I'm curious about this, because I'm trying to do this with Mason right now at 5. How often did you and your dad have those conversations? Was it just every now and then, or like once a year, or, you know, how often did you guys really talk about it to spark that? And how early did you and your dad start having those conversations?
I would say we didn't talk about it like super often until I was a little bit older, but like I eventually got interested in it. I would say when I was kind of entering high school, leaving, like I would say around like 7th, 8th grade is when I like really was like starting to be a little bit interested in that kind of stuff. Cause I was more interested in sports when I was younger. And then as I got older, I kind of like shifted towards like wanting to do business stuff.
Do you have siblings?
Yeah.
Are they the same with money, entrepreneurship? What do they do?
Not at all, actually. Like literally, they don't care about money at all. Like my brother thinks like, I don't know. He's just like, he works like a very normal job. He's a mailman.
Okay.
And my sister is in med school. So
oh, she's spending that money.
Yeah, but she's actually in Germany, so it's free college.
Oh, nice.
Did your parents find out about YouTube when you got in trouble at school, or did you get in trouble at school and then when did your parents find out?
So I think my dad came home from work. Like I think I had started my channel in June of 2018, and I met my dad found out about my channel, I think in November of that year. So wow. It was like 4 months. And I think what happened is he looked up his name, like, because we have the same name, William Nazarkevich, on Google. Okay. And I think I had my actual name in my channel about section. So my YouTube channel popped up, and he's like, oh, okay. He didn't care.
Yeah, that's great. Awesome though, dude.
That's great SEO. That's you. Yeah. Search optimism. Was he like, Will, what's this about?
No, he didn't really care, because I think I'd always told him about like these financial YouTubers I watch, and he's actually mentioned like, oh, you should do that, but like I was already doing it. I just didn't want to tell him,
man.
So he just like, he saw it like a little bit later, and he didn't really care. He was like, that's kind of sick.
Wow.
Dang. I feel like if I found Mason like had like a secret YouTube channel and it was about money, like I'd be like, yeah, I just won the lottery, baby. Let's go. Well, let me say this real quick to back up to like where we were with Mastermind and when we first got started. It was actually funny that you said you started in June of 2018. I started my channel April of 2018. So we're literally right there, man.
Dude, that's crazy.
I want to say this about you real quick. I've said this multiple times in that like little mastermind call we had. I always said, and we had some, good people come in there. And I said, I always said that Will is going to be the one that blows up out of all of us, just because I could see your personality, the content you were creating, and you're kind of like where you started from, man. Like seriously, like with the cartoon videos, 15-year-old kid, just like, expressing your opinions and, what you were learning from finances and doing these types of businesses and challenges and everything you did make content on. I said that Will is going to be the guy that's going to be blown up. He'll be ahead of us. He's the next Mr. Beast in like the finance type space. I'm just telling you, man, it's so cool to see where you started to where you are now. And to those guys that were like, you know, making fun of your content or whatever,
Yeah.
like now you're, I mean, what are they doing?
No, dude,
you know, are they?
They're sophomores in college jerking off right now watching Will's videos.
And then you're making more than what most parents make in America, dude. I mean, it's crazy, man.
It is.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, it's like, I think I just like tried to slowly improve every video. And like, that just kind of compounds over time. Like, it's even cool to see like videos I made a year ago compared to now. Like, you just learn so much doing it over time. And if you really like something, like you just eventually get good at it just because you like it.
Can I ask you about that too? Because it's true. You're when we were all like, nah, I'm not really buying editing software, or like, nah, no, I'm not going to add music. You're at the point now, you have an editor, right?
Yeah.
When was like, maybe I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. And how many people like do you have that quote like work either with you, alongside of you, for you, however you want to word it?
So I have like, they're not like employees or anything. They're just like freelancers. So I have someone who helps with thumbnails. That's actually my roommate's fiance. So like, she'll just like do my thumbnails, and it's kind of nice because like she's like in the same house and stuff. And then I have an editor who I still edit. I still cut my videos, but he'll do like the effects, some of the music, like help with B-roll. And then I have someone occasionally who helps film, like when I need that.
What made you go to that? Like, because I mean, JJ's got 160,000 subscribers. I just hit 108. Let's go today. And well, I constantly say to myself, I want to do that, but I'm such a control freak, or I'm too spontaneous. Like, how did you give up some of that, or did you give up some creative freedom in doing that? Or was it like an adjustment at first?
Yeah, I think just like trusting people, and also like my videos for a long time. Like, I had this thing where I was like, I need to upload like 2 to 3 times a week. And it's kind of hard to do that when you're trying to like outsource stuff. So I also just had to be more patient with people. Like if they didn't do it right, like I would just like have to give them that constructive criticism and not like need to upload the video the same day, if that makes sense.
Yo, no, that because I'm the same way. I'm like,
yeah.
Well, I'm the opposite way. If I have a video that's recorded, it needs to be edited and released. That it doesn't matter if it's 3 in the morning. JJ's like, did you release a video last night at 3:00 in the morning? I'm like, that's when the video was done. That's when it's coming. Like,
yeah,
I can't hoard videos like that. And like, even hearing like other people be like, oh yeah, I'm planned out like 3 months ahead videos. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Are you serious?
Well, no, I think that's a big topic though, man. Like what you said, Will, is a big take home about being able to give constructive criticism, because you could easily be the type of guy that's just going to be like, just sweep it under the rug, or I'll let it go, or whatever. But if you're upfront with people, from what I've noticed in my lifetime, is the more upfront I am with somebody and the more honest I am, is usually always a better outturn down at the end of the road.
Yeah, for sure. And just like also just finding people who are also passionate about the same stuff as you. Like my editor like actually cares about making the videos good. So like I'm willing to pay people more if they're like willing to help me, you know? So just like finding people who are also passionate about YouTube and like want to grow with you is important. Like, that's what I've like learned from business owners. It's like, you have to find like good people. And I feel like in a lot of ways, YouTube is like an actual business, and it's becoming like more so. So it's like, I feel like if you really want to grow like big, you have to build it like a business.
Dude, I heard that, and Brad, you may know this better than I am being in the space, but there, usually years ago when you would ask high schoolers or middle schoolers, like, what do they want to be when they grow up? It was always the fireman, policeman, football player, or whatever. Now there was like a study done. It was like 70% of the kids said they want to be YouTubers.
Yeah.
Like, what do you say to these? Which I don't know if these young kids are going to be listening to Average Money, but
I'll get my students to listen to this.
That, but also like, the 25-year-old kid, the 22-year-old kid that may be your age, but wants to start doing what you're doing. I mean, what do you say? Is it too congested right now to get started? Or like, how would you get started if you were to start now and you want to, let's say you got a job, like you're just out of high school, or you're out of college and you're working a 9 to 5, but you do have this passion to start some sort of making type of content. I mean, what would you say to that person?
Yeah, I think a lot of people like want to start stuff and then they just like never end up doing it. Like, I have so many friends who will like text me randomly like, yo, you want to do a startup? And then they just like never follow up. I'm like, they have these ideas and then they're just like done with it the next day. Like, you actually have to commit to it. Like, if you want to do it, and just like, also if people like, I feel like also like, especially in high school, like people care what other people think. Like, if you really want to do it, like just do it. And like, honestly, over time, like your friends will come along and like once they see like what you're doing, they'll think it's cool. So I don't know. I think just like number one, just like actually doing it and committing to it. I think a lot of people have problems with that. And number two, I think now is probably easier to get started than when I started back in 2018, just because of short form content.
Yeah.
Literally any platform you can just build up by making good shorts. Like it's crazy.
I want to get to shorts. Hold on. We can't get there yet. We're getting too ahead of ourselves. I need to backpedal.
Okay, go ahead.
Somebody needs to have a script and an outline around here. No, I want to go back when your first like viral video came out. It was a candy video that you've done 100 candy videos.
Yeah.
And you were still in high school, right? Like you hadn't graduated yet. What made, and how many subs did you have at that point? Do you remember?
Yeah, I think I uploaded that video at like 2,000 subs. And remember, this is 2 years in. So I've been making videos for 2 years and I'm at 2,000 subs.
Okay. Now, what made that candy video? Was there anything different, or was it strictly the algorithm and right place, right time?
It was a little bit different because I was this is the first time I had gone to school with a camera and just filmed me like going up to people like, hey, do you want to buy candy? And actually what I do is like in the lunchroom, I would go up to people and like, hey, do you want to help me film and walk around to tables selling candy? I'll give you like 5 free candy bars. So I would pay people in candy to film me selling candy in school. So then I would just get clips every day for a week. And then I compiled a video and I was like, this is sick. Because a lot of people had done videos like the best candy to sell at school or talking about selling candy at school. But I don't think anyone like made a production, like taking a camera to school, filming themselves going up to people. And I don't know.
Well, dude, that takes some balls, man.
Dude,
like,
I would never do that.
I gotta
my
say,
butthole's puckering just thinking about it.
No, Will is a fucking gangster, man. Like
when it comes to awkward situations, he's the king.
Dude, like Will, like some of the shit I've seen you do, I'm like, dude,
yeah, he's the king.
You are just kick ass, man. Like,
you thrive on making people feel awkward.
I love it. But no, like no one was doing that though back then, dude. Like,
yeah,
you see some of the stuff now on TikTok and everything, but back then, you didn't see any type of content. Of someone actually going up to people, maybe like besides like prank channels, but half of those are fake anyways. But like in the finance space, no one was doing that whatsoever. So I was not surprised to see that pop off like it did. So props to you.
Were you a junior or senior?
I was a junior at this point.
So
and it was crazy.
If that video hadn't popped off, I want to say like, was it a turning point not only for YouTube but your life? Like, when was that decision? Because you're in junior year, right? The hardest, most critical, most important year of a young student's life, right? I teach 11th graders. That's what I hear every day. Was that the video that was like, shit, I might not have to go to college? Or like if you would have been a year later and had 3,000 subs, would you have gone to college?
Probably.
Good question.
I probably would have. I think I probably would have dropped out, but I would have gone. So I don't know how to answer that. I would have tried it.
What was that video? No, what was that video like when it started to take? How long,
dude? I remember it hit 10K views. 10K views by the end. So I uploaded it like the first week of October. By the end of October, it had 10K views, and I posted on my story like, "Thanks for 10K views on this video. Like, thank you guys." And then the next month in November, I went from earning $200 off Google AdSense in October of 2019. Flash forward to November of 2019, I made $3,000 in 1 month.
Yes.
Dude. Can you share what that video made like to date? Or do you off the top of your head?
Not as much as you'd think, just because Candy didn't have a lot of
well, can you say tell me I want to try and pull a Mr. Beast here. Tell me how many views it has.
So it's been a while since I uploaded that video. So I think it's at like 1 million, 1.1 million, maybe.
So just over 1 million. The CPM is 850.
Yeah, the CPM is okay. Let me check it right now. So 1.2 million views actually.
Okay.
And the CPM is 825. Very close. What the heck?
Hey, dude, I've been studying. Okay, so I can't do that math though. So what's the lifetime?
$9,000.
What's
So that's the RPM's 461 though. So
okay. So like $5,000.
Yeah, I made 5.5K, which is for me now like that's not good.
That would be
wise.
That's one video though, dude. That's what's so crazy about YouTube. You can have some random ass video pop off and you got a month's salary for some
Yeah.
people. You know what I mean? Like, it's
Dude.
nuts, dude.
But you weren't a
I
one-hit
know.
wonder. Didn't that drive into other? So pretty much every video you put out after that for like the next month, I remember in the mastermind, we are like, "Oh my God, Will's at 10,000. Will's at 25,000 subs. Will's at 50,000
cool.
subs." It really was. It was so fun, especially the people, you know, like JJ and I that were always in your corner. You know who the
Yeah.
people in your corner were?
Yeah.
Like, when other people were like, "Fucking Will," you
Yeah.
know, we're like, you know, and it was. I remember. I'm telling my wife, Tara, the Wolf just hit 50,000 subscribers. I think I had like 8,000. So when you passed me, I was like, that fucking Wolf. But then I was like, I'm never gonna touch that kid again. And it was just so fun to watch.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, that was a crazy time because I think by the end of the year I was at like starting 2020 or 2020. Yeah, I had 20K subs, and I went from like 2,000 like 3 months ago to 20K, and I was like, damn.
So what is and if you don't have to share if you don't want to, but what's like, do you know what your largest amount like in one video is?
Or biggest month? What's your biggest month ever?
Or biggest month?
Just AdSense. Just AdSense.
Just AdSense,
Yeah.
like 10 G's, like 10 grand. Not as much as you think.
baby.
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah.
that still doesn't sound.
Yeah.
10,000. But
Yeah,
dude,
that was
no,
solid.
seriously though, a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
Like when I talk to people about like YouTube and stuff, they're like, "Oh, cool, man! Like you make videos on YouTube, fucking loser." And I'm like, "Oh, dude, like I get paid to do this."
Dude,
And
when
it's
you're
crazy.
19 and you get $10,000 in 1
10
month,
Gs, baby.
you're in the top 1%, man.
I know. It's crazy because I think people always think like you need a ton of followers to make money on YouTube. No, the people at the top, they're making like 10 mil a year.
Yeah.
The people in the middle are still making good money. Like there's
Yeah.
a big middle class for like people who make YouTube videos. Like, I don't know. It's crazy how much money is in it.
Back to your parents, because this is a big part. When did you tell your mom, I'm not going to college?
So
Or does
actually-
she still think that you're in Madison in college right now?
Oh, no. So I didn't really want to go over the summer, but we agreed that I was going to take 2 classes. So I'm going to take German, which is a language I speak fluently. So that shouldn't be hard.
It was hard.
And
You
the
got a
other
C in that shit. Don't even lie. You got
Bro.
a C.
Yeah, I did. I did get a C in that. And then
Come
the other
on,
class
Will.
I know. The other class I took was math. And I gave up on that shit the first day. I pull up and this dude's like talking this like really stupid shit stuff. It's like, oh my gosh, I cannot handle this because it was like calculus. And at a certain point, math just becomes useless. Like for what I do, like I don't need to know calculus. Like up to algebra 2, like geometry, that's important. But then like after a certain point, you don't need to know that stuff. So I just like didn't care.
And was that your move to Madison?
Yeah, so I went there, but I dropped out. I kind of stopped going to classes like 2 weeks after starting, to be honest. I went to my German class like once in a while, but I didn't like ever go to math. And then after that semester, I ended my lease and moved to Austin.
Okay. So you went to Madison, and it was great. It was, and like I remember it was just like cool to see that happen.
Mhm.
So mom obviously supported. She said, "Hey, give it a go. If it doesn't work out, do the YouTube thing." Did you ever have to be like? Did you have to show mom the bank account? Like, mom, trust me, this is real. This is real, mom.
Trust me, I was definitely doing that a lot. Like, I was like, I don't need to go to college. Like, bro, like I made like 10 grand. Like I remember like in that summer, my senior year graduating high school, like the first summer out, I made like 10K in 1 month off of like everything.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm literally making more money than you. So it's like, why do I need to go to college?
I love that.
No, that was like from Boiler Room. Mom doesn't like your job. Fuck you, mom and dad. No, but it's like but I said that because I know that through hearing you talk about your parents and stuff.
Yeah.
If I'm sure it was more like a conversation like, mom, let me see if I can make, here's the money I'm making. Let me see if I can make this happen.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work, college isn't going away.
Yeah.
Maybe I can go back, but I got to take my shot, Ma. And
Yeah.
so many kids won't have that conversation with their parents.
Yeah, I was actually kind of nervous to have it, but then like honestly, like there's a little bit of pushback at first, but especially once you like are like moved out and doing your own thing for a few months, like they kind of just like come along. Like I think our agreement at first was take a semester off, and like they haven't brought up college in like since then basically.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
Like,
they
move
they're
back
pretty
home and move back home and you're grounded.
They're pretty supportive though, right?
yeah.
I mean,
Oh, for sure.
that's what from the conversations we've had, they've seemed like they've been pretty supportive the whole way, pretty
sure.
much.
Yeah.
Before-
Yeah.
Before we get to Austin, how did you know that you needed to switch off candy content?
I basically
Because
did.
I mean,
from
because I said
the
I asked you that because I said before, like you're one of the few people that hasn't changed your handle name. You're also one of the channels of the people that I know that have changed not your content, but like you have your content 3 years ago is not your content now.
Oh
Where
yeah, for sure.
my content 3 years ago is my content now. JJ's the same. Like,
Same.
when were you like, all right, I can't make, well, obviously I'm not in high school, so I can't make selling candy in high school, but
Yeah.
you kind of just knew that you had to evolve it into your current stage of life?
Yeah. I would say for sure, like from the jump, I knew I didn't want to just do candy videos because I was like, I never really dedicated to just that. And also like COVID hit like a few months after that. Like I'd say like, I don't know, it was probably that. So I dropped the candy video in October of 2019, and then March of 2020 is when like school closed and everything. So like I basically had to evolve my content because I wasn't only doing school videos. Like I was also doing like surveys, drop shipping, just a bunch of stuff. And my goal was just to appeal to teenagers that want to make money. So like that was like my niche. And then now as I'm getting older, I just want to be like the guy who makes money in general.
Yeah, because so now look, we can
Yeah.
kind of fast forward.
I was gonna say he's got some good stuff going on right now.
Oh God, I can't wait to talk. This might be
Yeah.
this might be a long episode.
I'm
What?
down.
So you had to get out of Madison just because you're not going to school there anymore. Why? How? Austin?
So
Because you're from Wisconsin.
Mhm.
Okay, so why Austin, Texas?
So I had met a friend. You guys both know him. He's been on our YouTube calls before, and he also blew up like literally this year. His name's Jake Carlini.
Is that's a dude that used to live with Ryan Scribner? They're
Yeah,
good
or
buddies?
they live like next to each other.
Oh,
like,
they were good friends. Yes.
Yes.
Great
And
dude.
well,
yes.
well deserved, by the way.
Yeah, great
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, fantastic.
So yeah, I met him like through the internet, and at that time I really respected him because I liked his videos a lot. He put a lot of effort into them, and that's always something I wanted to do. I was like, if I want to blow up, I just need to make really good videos. So I want to learn from people who are killing it. And I think I met him when he had like 600 subs, but he had good quality. So we became friends. I flew out in like New York State a couple times and filmed with him. And I think during FinCon, where we were all hanging out, I talked to him and he's like, I'm thinking about moving to Austin. And I was like, honestly, dude, I want to be around other YouTubers too. And there's actually like a good like YouTube scene around here. Like we probably know like 20 other YouTubers who live in Austin.
Oh wow.
And so it's nice being around like-minded people. And I was like, at least for a year, try it out. I'll learn from these people and it'll probably motivate me a lot more to be in that environment. So let's give it a go. And I signed a lease with him and we live in the same house.
Love that, dude.
But you're
Yeah.
never in Austin.
I know. I'm here sometimes.
Dude, all right, so here's the next question. How did you, I guess, oh man, I have so many follow-ups. Like, what's the cringiest video you ever did? Or like, you've been traveling around going to entrepreneurs like, hey, it's not, I don't want to do a collab. It's, hey, can I come knock on your door and you show me a look inside your business?
Mm-hmm.
What's been the coolest one you've done so far?
I would for sure say the Turo series, when I met these people who have the Turo management company where they like manage a bunch of Turo cars. It's because that's a side hustle I'm really into right now, just because it's like real estate, but with cars. And it's also really good YouTube content and it's somewhat passive. Like it's not that much work.
So for those that out there that don't know what Turo is, what is that?
So it's basically an app where you can rent your car. So it's basically Airbnb for vehicles. So it's like short-term rentals for cars. And yeah, the ROI on it is honestly crazy.
Dude, whenever we had pizza here in Portland and you were telling me about it, I was like, holy shit, I need to buy a car and
Yeah.
do this, dude. Like it's like a rental property.
He came to Portland?
Yeah, he was in Maine for, I don't know what, you were in here for like a week or something.
Oh,
Yeah,
so you go to Maine. All right, whatever. Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I can't be seen with you anyway. But you even like, because you did like $1 million crypto like mining.
Yeah. Oh,
and-
that one was sick. That guy lives in Austin too.
Oh, he does.
Wow.
Yeah, he lives in Austin, but his mining thing was in Iowa. That was actually the first video I did. Once I dropped out of college and moved out of my apartment, I drove straight to Iowa and did that video, and that was fun.
Can I say something?
Are you cold calling these people? How is this happening?
I found him on TikTok, and I was like, dude, this is sick. So I just DM him out of the blue, and I'm like, we'll see if he responds. He gets back to me and he's like, yeah, for sure, come out and film.
See,
And I was like,
that's what I'm talking about though, dude. Like,
Who does that?
but no, that's the thing. That's what sets you apart from the average normal person is you're willing to step out of the comfort zone and just take the risk. Like, hey, I don't care if this guy may ignore me. He may say no. Worst thing that's going to happen is I'm right back where I was before. So might as well just take the damn leap of faith and see what happens. And then boom, you got a YouTube video out of it.
exactly. Yeah. And that video blew up. I think it did like almost 200,000 views.
Damn.
And even like we were in Austin before you moved there, when we were in Austin for FinCon, we're trying to rage, have a good old time. And you're like, nah, I'm leaving tomorrow, man. I got to work. I'm like, you couldn't even just put one weekend aside?
Oh, Will raged. Don't worry about it.
It's
he tried to pull a Jenny. He tried to pull a Jenny Gump off the freaking balcony.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah, I have a good time, bro. I go crazy. I go crazy in all aspects. I go hard business wise, and I go hard when it's fun.
Hell yeah, dude.
Back to the Turo thing. So you made a video. Now, what did you know when you made your first Turo video that it was something you were going to pursue, or was it just another list of things in the ways to make money? Because like you've done laundromat, you're close with the laundromat dude. You've done candy machines, multiple candy machines. Why, out of all of these businesses that you've seen, crypto mining, why was it Turo and not a laundromat? Why was it Turo and not vending machines?
I would say so first off, with the Turo stuff, right away, I wanted to get into it because it's something that I can kind of do on the side with YouTube. The issue with like a lot of the businesses I was doing was like reselling or stuff like that. And it's like, that's basically a whole nother job on top of YouTube. So it was hard for me to like do that business and make videos. So it just became like, oh, let me do this video and film it. Whereas like with Turo, stuff is like, I'm making money, but most of it is just like not a problem. Like I'm not thinking about it every day. And when I'm like delivering a car or cleaning a car, I'm filming about it. So it's like an easier balance with YouTube. I think vending machines would have been good too. And that's something I'm still looking into, but yeah. And from the go, Turo was rough because the first car I bought was not good.
Did you buy it as a business or did you buy it personally?
I bought it personally, but I haven't done my taxes yet for this year, but I might just put it under can I just put it under my YouTube LLC?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's your business vehicle.
That's
yeah,
all
exactly.
You gotta do. Yep.
So
yeah. So tell us about the lemon. I'm going to put all the videos, and
yeah,
if you've listened this far and you're not going to go check out Will's, but like thumbnails are great, but so you were like, F it, I'm just going to buy a car. Like, did you buy the car for a video, or did you buy the car and then decide to make a video, or was it always going to be a video, or were you like, even if I'm not a YouTuber, I'm going to start this Turo thing?
No, it was definitely I want to start this Turo thing, and I'm filming about it for sure because I want to get content out of it. Okay. And honestly, the content aspect ruined the first purchase of the car because I was rushing it because I'm like, I want to get a video out this week. I'm working on this Turo vid. Let me buy a car quick. It's not a good mindset to have when you're trying to buy a good car. So I bought the first car I looked at, and the dude put tape over the check engine light. And
dude, that video, speaking of cringing again, like,
yeah,
dude, you went and just knocked on a door at midnight in a random ass neighborhood.
Not a good area.
It didn't look like a good area.
In what Bigger Pockets would call a C-class neighborhood. And you were like,
I'd say it was low.
where is your son? He robbed me. And she was like, not great with English. And she was like, and you were just like,
oh, so awesome.
I said, I'm watching the video in my butthole. I couldn't even imagine even doing that, let alone filming it as well. And like, you could tell, like, you cut away, and like, we know your personality. I know your kind of body language a little. There was sometimes in that video where you were genuinely sketched.
Yes.
And like, so they robbed you. They didn't rob you, but they sold you a broken car.
Yeah. And then I went back to their house the next day and confronted them. And she's like, "Oh, no English. I don't know." And then like her husband wasn't home who sold me the car. And then they're like, "Oh, come back at 9 p.m. tonight." And then I come back and they didn't answer. So then I just kind of left it. But yes, I got sold a car that had a bunch of issues. I actually sold that car recently. It's gone, which thank God.
I knew you said you were going to sell it. So you did sell it then?
I did. I took like a $3,000 loss on it. which is
Right.
rough.
It's right
But
off.
you
dude.
did that to fund another
Yeah.
car because you are growing.
Yeah, so I have another car already. So like before I even sold that car, I bought another car, and that one's been good. And then I actually looked at another car today to try and buy, but it didn't end up being perfect, so I'm not buying it.
And you
Can
got into a business. Oh, go ahead, JJ. You were gonna
Well,
ask. Go on.
yeah, I was gonna say, can you get into kind of what you got going on now?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
with the management stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the company that you just went in with, because
Oh yeah, for sure.
this is no longer just a YouTube video. Now
Yeah.
you're truly an entrepreneur.
Yes, exactly. So, I would say like 6 months into Turo, these guys messaged me just like a cold email, and they're like, "Hey, we saw your YouTube videos. We'd love to have you do an ad for us. We basically have a Turo management company, and we manage Turo cars for people who want to do the business but don't have the time to manage the cars." And I was like, "Oh, that's kind of interesting." And we hop on a call, and I was like, I don't really want to do an ad for you guys. I want to film about the cars you're managing. Cause like they had like, I think 15, 16 cars at the time. And I was like, I want to like go out, learn about Turo from you guys, since you're obviously doing something right. And I want to make a cool video about it. So they're cool with it. They seem like really cool guys. So I fly out to Denver, and I filmed their, 15 car Turo fleet. And while we're out there, we're having a great time. And we start talking about like their management business and how they're getting clients. And then I was like, well, let me promote you in this YouTube video. And we were going to do an affiliate thing where for every person I get them, they give me like, I think it was $200. And when I drop the video, they immediately get like 70 people who want the management service. Like they want to do Turo, but they want them to manage the car. And they
Light
were like,
bulbs
damn.
start going off in their head. They're like, wow, this is some good
This
marketing
kid,
right
this
here.
kid, this kid.
Yeah. So then we start talking, and they eventually gave me 20% equity to promote them in my Turo videos. So just like mention the management. And then also every now and then I'll fly out to Denver, film the update on how many cars we're at. And then we're also opening in Austin, where we're going to have cars managed here too. I'm not going to manage them, but we're going to find someone to help.
And you even negotiated that. Like I feel like
Yeah.
most people your age, and I was shocked at that part of the video. Not to spoil the video,
Yeah.
but like when you were like, "Hey, I'm gonna negotiate. Like
Yeah.
I like my position, but I want to try and make it better." And you didn't do it like I'm gonna text them or I'm gonna email them. Once again, you were just like, I'm gonna sit in front of their faces and I'm gonna tell them what I want, and they're gonna either take what they get or
Yeah.
your just ability to be. I just want to warn anybody that ever tries to go into business with you. Like you are the wolf. You really like you kind of know exactly what's going on, and I think you're getting to the point now in your life where you realize where you can use your young looks and your little bit of personality to like that Family Guy episode. Just pretend like you're not smart and you get away with everything. Do you feel that you're using that to your advantage sometimes, where people are trying to take advantage of you, or do you not experience that?
I don't think so. I don't think people take advantage of me. I think also it's also even more like people want to help me more since I look young. Cause like I
Yeah.
think a lot of like business people respect young people who are trying to get into it. So that's what I've like had an experience with. Like a lot of people like when you're young, they like try to help you out.
We don't want to take up too much of your time, so 2 more quick questions, maybe 3.
For sure.
I love the suits in the video. I
Yeah.
love that you've made that like a brand, and you can talk about that a little if you want. But where the hell did the microphone on a banana come from?
I don't know. That was really good for TikTok though. The people on there love the microphone on the banana, but I think what made me think of it is I was just like, I have a lav mic and it was kind of weird to hold it. I was like, I'll just put it on the top of a banana because it's like kind of funny and people would comment about it. And when I posted the TikTok clips of my Wall Street video, like they just all went crazy because everyone was commenting like, why is he holding a banana to people's faces and stuff? And I think one of them did like 15 million views on TikTok.
Damn.
Yeah.
A very, very smart person on YouTube just said TikTok will be dead soon. You don't have to say who it was and let people find out.
Okay.
Do you agree that what YouTube is doing, this person also, it's freaking Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
When he speaks about YouTube, I listen. He's one of the few people when he speaks about the algorithm and stuff, I listen. He's the guy that taught me that algorithm is a fancy word for audience. And
Oh yeah.
anytime you're complaining about the algorithm, complain about the audience, right?
Yeah.
And he was the one that admittedly said that TikTok was a force to be reckoned with, but he's always stood by YouTube. And he's always been like, YouTube will rise to the top. YouTube will be it. And he just said on the Full Send podcast that TikTok will be dead, that Reels tried to compete, they couldn't. YouTube has kind of just been hanging out in the wings, figuring it out right. And when they start paying for shorts the way they pay for long content, it is over for TikTok. Because people that don't know, you can have a YouTube short right now, get millions of views, and you're getting like $20. Where if that was long,
actually,
go ahead.
I have a YouTube short. I think I was looking at it. It's like all search views too. It's not even shorts feed. It has like 200,000 views, and I made 40 something cents.
Right.
Like no pay.
That's been keeping big TikTok creators away. And also YouTube needed to work out how's it work into their algorithm? Should they put long form content recommended if you like a short, or should they just separate everything? Mr. Beast talked about some big moves happening that are going to be in January as far as the monetization for YouTubers and shorts that are pretty much he thinks going to match up the short content CPMs with the long form content CPMs, which essentially would make working for TikTok not even like, because same thing, you're getting paid pennies on the dollar. TikTok is all sponsorships and deals and stuff because you're very, very popular. And this is why I'm asking your opinion before I let you go. For sure. Is TikTok around in 6 months? What kind of changes do they need to make to compete with the slow growth? I say, like, this is the analogy I give to it. I'm on a rant. I've been drinking.
No worries.
Everyone was so surprised that like Budweiser and all these big companies didn't make seltzers in the beginning when White Claw and everything and Truly's really took the market. And it was pretty much, so somebody in the beer industry, I was always like, Budweiser is letting them spend all the marketing dollars to grow the industry for them. And then they are just going to drop a better version of it. And all those small companies will just go away because when you see Bud Light seltzer, it doesn't matter how addicted you are to White Claws. Do you think,
I don't know. I think White Claws are better. But...
calm down, bro. You're 20 years old. Do you think that YouTube has just been hanging out, letting Meta and Instagram and that, oh, that's cute, and letting TikTok be like, okay, that's fine? Did they know all along? Are they gonna crush TikTok?
I would say for sure. I think YouTube has a really good opportunity because I think I heard Mr. Beast say this too. They already have the infrastructure in place to pay creators like for years and years, like probably since like it's probably been like 15 years, maybe 12 years since they introduced monetization where they're splitting AdSense 50-50. And that's why we've seen YouTubers consistently make better videos over the years. Like if you look at videos 5 years ago, like they were good, but nowadays, like every YouTuber has a whole production. They have big teams. It's because they're getting paid well enough to where they can like make eventually like Netflix quality. Like I think YouTube is going to become a place that quality goes through the roof because creators are getting paid well. Whereas on like Instagram, Facebook, like, yes, they're starting to pay a little bit, but like it's way lagging behind. And TikTok, I think, isn't at a place where they can pay creators, whereas YouTube is already there. So when you're incentivizing someone to post on your platform, they're going to post their best content there, or they're going to make content specifically for shorts. And that's what I think will put shorts ahead of TikTok. Eventually, I could see it happening. I think right now, people are still making TikTok content and just like reposting it on shorts or reels. I think soon people are going to use shorts as their priority platform. And then like TikTok, Instagram, everything else is going to be secondary.
Yeah, because YouTube is also smart with their algos. Yeah. Right now you're on Instagram Reels and it's just repurposed to TikTok because the little TikTok logo is floating all over the screen. YouTube is going to be smart enough where they're probably not going to accept that.
Yeah.
And you're not going to be able to take something with that floating TikTok logo and post it as a YouTube short. They're going to be smart enough to recognize that.
Yeah.
So everyone's going to start on YouTube shorts. I agree. And I've put a short out every single day for the last couple of days because once again, when Mr. B speaks, I kind of listen, and not just because it's him, but because when he speaks, he makes a lot of sense. He really does. And he said something like, right now, TikTok is making billions of dollars of revenue. Are they just going to go ahead and give away half of it to their creators because they want to pay more? Like probably
if they were
not.
smart, they would, because they should realize that that's where you get quality content, and that's how you keep people on the platform. So I think they should take the hit, but I don't run TikTok, and I don't like the platform in general because they take my videos down constantly.
Same. I don't like them either. But I would say this too, man. Like I would also think that if YouTube and announcing that they're going to have this rev share with creators, that TikTok's going to have to do something. I mean, they're going to have to make some sort of change to bring content back over to TikTok.
Yep.
But the thing is, YouTube already has that system in place, whereas I don't think TikTok. I mean, obviously, it probably takes some logistics to figure that out. So, like, I think just YouTube's already ahead. So, like, they might be working on it, but I don't think they're going to release it.
That's because every time you say YouTube, you're really saying Google.
Yeah.
Because that's who owns them. Well, I feel like that we can go forever. Yeah, I can, because I've been drinking and it's going to start getting a little sloppy.
Oh,
you come to New York, extra sloppy for you.
I made a sloppy. If you come to New York again and you don't visit me, we're not cool anymore.
Okay. I know. I want to apologize for that. I was
listen, we're not dating. We're not dating. You don't have to apologize. I'm just saying that if you do it again, we're not cool.
Not cool. Not going to happen.
And because it's okay to be working. Just because you come to New York, you don't have to think about me. I get it. But if you come again, then we're not cool.
Then it's bad. Okay.
And we're gonna have you on the podcast again. And this is, I don't want you to think that you like quote just earned it. We just it just never worked. We've had 4 guests, so it's like we should have had you on sooner. And I want to apologize to you that like we needed you on sooner. And we're gonna have you on again. But here's the other thing. I'm not having you on the podcast again unless we're all sitting in the same room together.
Cool. Dude, I'm down. Let's do it. Let's run it.
You're the traveler. You need to set that meetup up, and it needs to be like me, you, JJ, Bryce, Trevor. We need to get the whole crew back together again.
Dude, I'm down. That sounds fun. We got to get that going.
And then maybe we'll come to Austin. We'll go to the Coconut Club again.
Dude, that'd be sick. Oh, wait, we were the Coconut Club?
Have you been there yet?
No.
Don't Google it. Just go.
No, Brad.
No, just
dude, hang on.
Don't Google it. Just go.
So real quick.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yes, the night that you were over in our Airbnb and you almost fell off the damn balcony. And I said, we're going to have a dead 19-year-old in our Airbnb. We can't do this. We're all 30-year-old men.
I think I said to somebody like, get that kid out of here.
but no, while we were outside in the balcony, we hear this boom, cats. And Brad's like, I gotta go where that music's at. And I'm like half passed out, getting ready to go to bed. And all of a sudden I hear the door open. Will, you already left. You already left this.
No, I had him exited. I kicked him out.
So Brad walks out the door. He's like, I wake up. I'm like, bro, are you leaving for real? It's like 2 a.m, dude. He's like, I gotta go where this music's at. I just flew in from New York. It's been hectic. I'm going. So we show up and it's a gay club.
Yeah.
Oh,
me and Brad show up together.
Hold on. Before we get canceled, we don't know if it was a gay club, but there was a lot of gay people there, and that's not an opinion. Like,
I mean, bro, Austin's a fruity spot, dude.
Bro, as soon as we walked up that stairs,
people told us like it's kind of a gay spot right now, and we did we leave?
Bro, we had the time of our life. I love gay bars.
Yeah, I love them too because nobody's giving dirty looks. All you do is just drink your beer and do this.
Yep. You can have the time of your life. No one's judging you. It's awesome.
It's fantastic. So maybe we'll go there when we come to Austin.
I got a little upset though. No one hit on me, dude. I guess I'm not attracted.
You didn't get any
No, it's because you were with me. You were with me and they saw these New York guns.
Oh shit.
They said, I'm not messing with that tonight. I'm not trying to do that.
Oh, I love it.
All right.
Big man. Well, that sounds like a plan.
Let's do it.
Thanks so much. Well, we appreciate your time. And
well, I just want to say this before we sign off. I just want to say, Will, dude, it's amazing to see like where we all have started from and like where we're all at now. And to kind of like Brad said earlier at the beginning of the podcast, like to see you kind of like grow up and to know that like, I don't know if we were really mentors, but just being older than you were. It's so cool to see where you're at now, dude, and just how you're killing it. And I can't wait to see like where you're going to be in like 5 years. So it's awesome.
Me too. I'm excited. It's only the beginning for all of us. So
that's right, dude.
We're going to run it up.
My grandma had a great sense of humor. When I turned 21, she got me one of those cars that was like, Happy birthday, Brad. Now you can drink legally. Like it's one of those things where like, wow, well, I can't wait to have a beer with you legally.
Legally.
Yes.
Because when I did get Austin that night, I think you were the first person to buy me a drink.
Hey,
Thank you.
that never happened.
No, you did.
Bro, we've all drank under 21.
I didn't. It wasn't my place. I didn't let him in. But
Yeah.
Hey, 20
When-
bucks. My
when do you
advice
turn
for
21? When do you turn 21?
September 2023.
Oh, you just turned 20.
Damn, dude.
Yes.
Damn.
Good for you, man. Good for you. All right.
Sick, guys.
Well,
Thank you so much for watching. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah. How can we find? Do you have? Are you the
Yeah.
financial wolf on everything?
Yeah, I think so. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. That's it.
Okay.
Keep it simple.
YouTube, Instagram. That's simple.
You don't have a Facebook page?
No, but people repost my stuff on Facebook, so
Mm.
I don't.
And you're in your 20s, so Twitter's out.
No, I hate Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter's dumb.
I hear
Everyone gets canceled on there, so I just stay away.
I forgot who it was. The guy that always goes up to the people in the cars and asks like what they do.
Daniel
for a living.
Mack. Oh, I do Snapchat too. Sorry.
Well, he was. I heard him
It's just for
on a
nudes.
podcast, and he said Facebook was popping.
It is. I hear people making good money on there right now, so I probably should get on it. I think Erica's making good money on Facebook too.
How do you make money on Facebook? Because like we have a page. Like how do you monetize it?
You need like 10,000 views
Oh,
or
okay.
something like that.
Okay.
It's just like YouTube where you have to hit like a monetization.
We'll have to look into that.
They're
'Cause
gonna
we
they're
just
all gonna
posted
start competing. They're gonna start competing for creators, and YouTube's
Well,
gonna win.
Average Money we posted a reel on our Facebook page, and it's at like 60 or 80,000 views right now.
Damn.
So I'm trying to figure out how we monetize that shit. I'll have to
You
look-
definitely can. You should definitely see what it is. I don't know how much it is,
Okay,
but
I'll
I've
look
heard
into it.
Facebook.
I'll call Mark in the morning, and we'll get this all sorted out.
Call Zuck.
Yeah, I'll call him in the morning. We'll get
Have
this
another
all
beer, Brad.
We'll get this. I'm drinking whiskey tonight. I'm not
Oh,
drinking beer.
shit.
I'm
Let's
not a
get
beer
outta
drinker
here.
anymore. This is
Let's
just
get out of here.
this is 100 proof Knob Creek I've been drinking tonight.
Oh my god.
I don't drink beer anymore. I'm a runner now.
Oh. Okay. I'll sign us off here, Brad, as he takes the last drink. For real, dude. Will, we appreciate it big time,
Of
man.
course.
Have to have you on again, and I really do want to do that meetup. That'd be a blast, guys. Thanks so much to everyone for listening. Since Brad can't sign us out tonight because he's sipping away on the good old whiskey. Thanks for listening. See you guys in the next one.